Hey, this is Jay Boyer, and I'm back here at Amazon.com at the book listing for the book that I wrote with my son Joe, my 8-year-old son Joe. It's called The Booger Book. It's gross. Kids love it. And in the last video, I showed you just how easily this book came together. It was quick, it was easy, it was fun. Joe had a blast, and it is such a thrill for him to see that his book is up here on Amazon. But listen, this could be you too. It doesn't have to be a gross out children's book. It can be anything. And I gave you some idea of just how easily these books came together in the previous video. I also mentioned that this book is doing quite well for me. I've sold hundreds and hundreds of copies, almost $1,000 in total book royalties just in the past 8 weeks or so since I published this book. We'll talk more about the powerful passive income streams that these books can become for you in a later video. But in this video, I want to talk about just how easy it is for you to become a best-selling author just like I am with this book. I've done this many times actually and coached my students how to do it as well. And in this video, I want to give you some tips and show you how easy it is for you to do the same thing with your book. Now, one cool thing that you can do after you become a best-selling author is put a little gold seal or some sort of graphic image on the book cover that tells people that this is actually a best-selling book. And what does that do? Well, in fact, it drives more sales to your book when people can actually see, oh my gosh, this is a bestseller, right? I put it down in the description here too, the #1 bestseller. I just noticed today that the follow-up to this book, it's called the Fart Book, of course. What else? How do you follow up the Booger Book? It's with the Fart Book. This is a #1 bestseller as of today as well. You can see it's #1 in this very small subcategory in Amazon. A subcategory called Manners under children's ebooks. Perhaps I should call it No Manners, considering the topic of this book. But tomorrow I'm going to put a seal on this cover and say, hey, the #1 best-selling book, the Fart Book. Very powerful promotional strategy. And you don't have to be a #1 bestseller. You don't have to be at the very top of the charts in order to put a little graphic on your book cover. All that you need to do is break into the top 100 selling books in any one of these subcategories on Amazon to call yourself a bestseller. In fact, let's head over to the Kindle bestsellers page. Here we are, Amazon bestsellers. This is actually best-selling books in the Kindle marketplace, period. This is the big daddy list, okay? This is not so easy to break into. The top 100 paid across all of Amazon, across all of Kindle. This really takes some doing, and you're going to have to be selling hundreds, if not thousands, of ebooks every day in order to do this. However, as I mentioned, it is actually quite easy to break into the top 100 list in some of these smaller subcategories. Let's click into children's books, children's ebooks, where you'll find those two books that I just showed you. And you can see inside this subcategory of Kindle ebooks, this children's ebooks, which is in fact a large category, there's all these subcategories. There's almost 24 subcategories here: humor, fairy tales, computers, animals, etc., age-specific categories. And if we click into one of these subcategories, it actually opens up even more categories within the subcategory of animals. You'll see cats, dinosaurs, dogs, fish, horses, etc. And I think if you've poked around into some of these really small categories, it would open up into even more subcategories. So my point is, if you can push your book into the top 100 best-selling Kindle ebooks or paperback books in any one of these small subcategories inside of Amazon.com, you can call yourself a bestseller too. These lists are updated every hour, and it's very democratic. It's simply how many units sold, how many books sold within a 24-hour period of time. That's how you get on the top 100 list. So you may be saying, hey, that's great for you, Jay. You're an expert. You've done this many times. How is someone like me, perhaps publishing your own first book, do it for themselves? Well, I'll show you how a student of mine recently did it. Her name is Dr. Joanne Dahlketter. She is a sports psychologist. She is a professor at Stanford University, I believe. And she wrote this book 10 years ago. She approached me a couple months ago and she said, Jay, I really want to get this on the bestsellers list. How do I do it? She hadn't really had any luck selling this book otherwise, and I laid out the strategy that I just laid out to you. Drill down into some of these subcategories inside of Amazon and create a little mini book launch. You're going to want to drive as many eyeballs, get as many people to your book listing within a 24-hour period of time, and maybe even incentivize the sale of your book with a bonus. That's not necessary. And that's exactly what Dr. Joanne did, and she scored a #1 bestseller. I remember she called me up that morning when she had launched her book, and she said, "Jay, go to Amazon." I took this screenshot of her book listing, and she, as you can see, she was #1 in all 3 of these categories: sports psychology, Olympic Games. So let's talk a little bit about, what did Dr. Joanne do? And what can you be doing in order to create these same results? Again, you don't need a #1 bestseller. You just need to break the top 100 in one of these subcategories, and you can do that with as little as a handful of sales within a 24-hour period of time. That's the big secret. Probably less than 10 sales will get you on that top 100 list in one of these subcategories. So how do you do that? Well, here's what Dr. Joanne did. She went to Facebook. She created a little mini event, and she was promoting it on her Facebook page, and she did the same on her Twitter account. And this was just a grassroots word of mouth book launch. And she basically told people, on this day I'm launching my book, please go here. You can buy it for 99 cents. And you can even tell them I'm trying to get it on the bestsellers list. Lots of people will get behind you. Social media is perfect for a book launch like this. But you don't need a Facebook or Twitter following. You can simply go to your email and send out messages saying just that. If you have any sort of list at all, and I think Joanne had a very small list, you can send them messages. I would recommend that you start a couple days before, lead up to it, 3 or 4 days prior to your book launch. Start sending these messages out, send these emails out. Get on the telephone, call your friends and family, call your mom, tell your mom that you are launching this book. Please go and purchase it on this day. I recommend that you send people the link. Don't make them search for it, send them the link. They say, click on this, go here, buy the book. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get on the Amazon bestsellers list, and I'd sure appreciate your help. This is simply word of mouth, and I guarantee that if you start spreading the word, just like Dr. Joanne did, people will get behind you, and it will be a breeze for you to sell a half-dozen books on your launch day and leap into the top 100 best-selling books on Amazon for your own book. That's all that it takes. There's no mystery here. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the cool stuff that comes along with being a best-selling author. This is something that you're going to be able to say for the rest of your life. Amazon best-selling author. You can put that on every email that goes out, every letter that you send. You can put that on your business card. Certainly put it on every book that you publish in the future. You're going to be making some book sales. Joanne sold hundreds of books on her launch day, but here's the thing. When people think about best-selling author, they think about selling thousands and thousands of books and having big fat royalty checks. Yes, that's possible, but that's not necessarily what you're going for by scoring an Amazon best-selling book. Unless you continue to promote your book in the same way, your rankings will fall, and you may even fall off the bestsellers list within 24 hours after your book launch. That's okay, because here is the secrets. You are not doing this for book sales. Let me say that again. You're not doing this to sell $1 million worth of books. The value of becoming a best-selling author is far greater than that. For the rest of your life, you can call yourself an Amazon best-selling author, and that is magical. That will open doors for you, just like it has for Dr. Joanne. Joanne's told me since she launched the book, her career has absolutely exploded. She's been interviewed on national news programs. She's taken on high-paying clients. She says 5-figure clients as a result of her bestseller status. She has Olympic athletes approaching her who want her to coach them for the upcoming Summer Olympics. She's had other people approach her who say, "Wow, Joanne, I want to become a best-selling author too. Can you show me how you did it?" So she actually has bestseller coaching clients now. All this and more is possible not just for Dr. Joanne, but for you, simply by publishing your first book to Amazon.com. So I urge you, take action, get your own book out there, and spread the word. Tell everybody what the launch date is, send them the direct link to your book listing, and give them a call to action saying, "Hey, please go here on this day, purchase my book for 99 cents. I'm trying to get my book on the bestsellers list. Thank you so much for your help." And it's quite possible that you will receive the same attention and accolades and professional speaking gigs, etc., that Dr. Joanne is as a best-selling author. So there you go. I hope that was useful. Please put this information into action for yourself. And in the next video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the passive income aspect, how to turn each book into an asset that cranks out passive income for you month after month after month. I love this free money that I'm getting from Amazon from my book sales, and I know that you will too. And I'll be talking more about that in the next video. So don't miss it. I'll see you there.